Yeah, 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 yeah. Living in Babylon, huh? Stay safe though, you know what I mean? Yeah, stay safe, straight up, straight up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All my niggas with me. You know we rollin'. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bitch, don't nothing come free. Pay me what you owe me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All my niggas with me. You know we rollin'. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bitch, don't nothing come free. Pay me what you owe me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. These niggas full of buffoonery. Try me, they gon' read your eulogy. Gemini, you know it's two of me. Niggas don't know what to do with me. Alien, I feel immortalized. Only protected, we fortified. Nigga, you die, play with Mordecai. Lay in the ditch if you play with Mitch. Down at the levee, we going fishing at the levee. SKOL VIKES back again. Now, as far as the KYLER era has started. What does that mean for JJ McCarthy per se? It means he must stay ready. Like I said, I vouch for him calling, asking for a trade, but if he doesn't, cool. He's expressed numerous times how he wants to stay in Minnesota, how he loves Minnesota, has a family in Minnesota. So that very well may be true. But in my opinion, I think it has run its course, just the way KOC handled things, the Vikings handled things, etc. I would say it's time for him to move on. Now, with that being said, the KYLER era is upon us. Now, I just want to make this clear right quick. It never was no disdain for KYLER, no hate towards KYLER. At the end of the day, always just wanted to see the best man win. Now, do I think the best man won? No, who knows? At the end of the day, it wasn't a fair competition. It wasn't a fair battle. Yes, KYLER was given the job, but he didn't win the job. I repeat, he was given the job, but he didn't earn the job. And I stand on that 10 toes down and ain't budging from it. But since he is the quarterback, KOC went with his move, even though if it was a wrong move, KYLER is QB1. And of course, I wish him the best. If he performs well, 9 times out of 10, the Vikings perform well. Of course, you're not adding in other factors that matter, definitely. But of course, I want to see KYLER win. Now, the question is, who is he? Who are you, KYLER? People seem to think, oh, KYLER is the answer to all the Vikings' problems. We're going to see. Do I think so? Hell no. But we're going to see. I guess people seem to think he's the KYLER of old just because. Because let analysts tell it, let ESPN tell it, hell, let some Vikings fans tell it, some Vikings media tell it, even KYLER makes the Vikings NFC championship team. You tell me, how are you so certain? But if that's the case, I would be very happy with the outcome. No doubt. Why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't you be? And if I just want to throw in McCarthy in the mix right quick, let's say, hypothetically, KYLER does lead the Vikings to a Super Bowl. Do I believe he will? Hell no. But in JJ's case, and that means McCarthy gets a ring, makes him even more a winner. You understand me? If you think about it in that aspect, so it's a win-win for McCarthy. Then next year, boom, ask for a trade, get traded, go somewhere else and ball out. But at the end of the day, wish no harm to KYLER. Everybody's assuming he will get injured. Oh, don't even worry about it. McCarthy will get a chance to play. So they're assuming KYLER will face an injury. My thing is, like I said 2 days ago, no moral victories here. You understand me? KYLER could go the whole season healthy. Never wish injuries on nobody, but he could go the whole season healthy, baby, for sure. So what do I want to see from KYLER? What do I want for KYLER? I want to see him win. Duh. No shit, Sherlock. Why not? Why wouldn't I want to see him win? If he wins, the Vikings wins. Now, I know I said, I may not have no good things to say. I may be bashing the Vikings and this and that. No. You understand me? Because at the end of the day, true Vikings fan, no doubt about it. I say the biggest for a reason. Why? I really want to see them boys succeed at the highest level. Shout out JJ McCarthy, my brother. Stay locked in. preseason game tomorrow. Go prove him wrong once again, McCarthy. Little side note about McCarthy: the rest of your career, you're gonna have to prove him wrong. You're gonna have to show him who exactly you are now, because they don't respect it. They don't respect you at all, as a man, as a person, as a player, etc. Right or wrong. As a matter of fact, I'm hearing people talking, capping, and yapping about McCarthy. I'm hearing certain individuals saying he wasn't a good player, he wasn't a good teammate, a good student of the game, that he was going against everything KOC said. I say that's cap. Why is he still in the building? Liars. If that was the case, he would have been traded last year or the year before. If he was nitpicking or going up against everything KOC said, you think they would have let him remain in the building? Huh? And you seen how KOC treated him with minute issues. You see how KOC ignored him? What do you think KOC would have done if McCarthy was really going at him about everything he said? He would have been out the door last year, period. You know it. I know it. So don't be caught up in the lies and by the people who are lying from their teeth, you know? Of course, he's been a scapegoat. So you expect them to do this, make up lies, create certain narratives, certain situations to make JJ McCarthy look like the bad guy. But in all actuality, when you turn it around, point it in a different direction per se, we know who the so-called bad guys were. We know who was doing the foul play. You understand me? Period. But now we get to see what Murray is really about. See, for Murray, this is it or nothing for him, all or nothing. If he doesn't succeed with the Vikings, if he plays piss poor, has a bad season, he's probably done. We're talking about probably will never get another opportunity again as far as being a starter in the NFL. As far as being a high caliber player, a QB1 in the NFL, hell no. If he doesn't perform at a high level with the Vikings, his career is done. Let me know if you agree in the chat. So this is we talk about hot seat, big season. KOC on the hot seat, KYLER Murray on the hot seat. A few people are on the hot seat. But Murray, I ask you again, who are you, brother? Now, do I think Murray's just all around, all the way fake? No. Do I think he's a competitor? Yeah. In the past, did he put gaming over football? You're damn right. But maybe, just maybe, KYLER Murray understands the opportunity, the situation he is in, and maybe this time he will take it seriously. Does he have talent? Yes. I ain't going to sit here, like I said months ago, I'm not going to sit here and act like I've just seen KYLER Murray that much. I know that much about this man's game. Not the case. I've seen him play, what, 3 times, maybe 4? Now, do I know he has had talent? Hell yeah. Freakish talent? Of course. Athleticism, some of the throws he makes on the run, the games I've seen him play the Vikings, some of the crazy throws he made on the run to Rondale Moore, rest in peace. So I know the talent has been there. The talent is there. And yes, I give credit where credit is due. I've seen what KOC has done with veteran QBs, Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold, etc. So it's definitely talent there. Question is, how much? Who is he? Is he the KYLER Murray of old? Does he still have that competitive spirit? Can he throw the crossing route? Everyone knows he has problems throwing the crosser, which is one of the main routes in Kevin O'Connell's offense. Let's not forget that. So it's a lot of questions surrounding KYLER Murray. Is he a leader? Can he be a great leader of men, of teammates, etc.? Can he put the team on his back if need be? McCarthy showed you that last year. So this is the KYLER Murray era, even if it is for just 1 year, you know. But it's very interesting to see how he will look. And will he play in the preseason game? We'll see. Do I think he needs to? Hell yeah. But KYLER Murray has a lot to prove, man. A lot to prove. And I got to reiterate it and make sure that he just understands that he did not win this job. So it's even more pressure on him because of that. Even more pressure on KOC because of that. You know, you were handed a job for whatever reason. So you better go out and perform. You better go out and ball. You better go out and make it work, man. Because if not, you're out and KOC is out, which may not be a bad thing for the Vikings. But you have to put it in a certain perspective. We know the situation is erroneous all the way around, unfair all the way around. But the truth is, right now, it's the Murray era. He is your starting QB. So just like KOC, you have to lean on him a little bit, believe in him a little bit. Now, you know, it's always Team 9 around yonder. The way they did him was very dirty. But if I were to sit here and say I wouldn't want Murray to be successful, that would be a lie. If he's successful, the Vikings are successful. Got in the building. We got in the building, man. Lamont in the building. Lamont in the building. What up, brother? School of Vikes. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. CJ, what's good, big man? Comment in the building. Comment in the building. What up, brother? School of Vikes. Here we go. Terrell in the building. Terrell in the building. Shout out Terrell Stevens. What up, brother? I think he may ball out. KOC play calling is what I question. We need a running game. Shout out Terrell Davis in the building. We need a run game. A run game is very important. If you have no run game, you have nothing. Does KOC know that? Does KOC understand that? Is that why they brought Frank Smith in? To be assertive in the run game. We're going to see. Powerhouse in the building. Powerhouse in the building. What up, brother? School Vikes. You say your favorite. Powerhouse, you be wildin', my brother. But it's all good. Let's get it. Daniel in the building. Daniel in the building. What up, brother? School Vikes. Here we go. Here we go, man. We don't need KYLER. Won't win us nothing but a $50 million new contract for mediocre play and no playoff wins. Just what it is. I understand why you feel the way you feel, Daniel. Do I think Kyler Murray is the answer? No, I do not. My whole point is we gotta look at him. We gotta watch him, right? Unless we boycott the season, don't watch the whole season, right? I definitely understand how you feel. Definitely understand how you feel, dog. If y'all didn't see the Cardinals preseason game, Jacoby still looked better than Kyler. Pathetic. And Jacoby beat him out. Right, Daniel? Jacoby beat him out of the spot, right? Boom. We will see. We will see. Hopefully, we see tomorrow. You know, McCarthy will play. Wentz will play. Brosmer will play. Let's see if KOC puts Murray in there for a rep or two. Very interesting to see. I think Kyler has some gas left in the tank and will surprise a lot of people. If he does, man, that's good for the Vikings. If he does, that is good for the Vikings for sure. The great news we get from KYLER being QB1, it gets KFC fired, and I can't wait for that stupidity. That may be a direction it goes for sure. I mean, Daniel, don't be surprised if that is the direction it goes. You know? And Powerhouse is not Madden. Can't just run around and expect to win, man. Got to have a game plan. Got to have talent. Got to have accuracy. Got to have a solution to a problem when problems occur. You're absolutely correct, Daniel. It is not just Madden, brother. Now, I do want to dive into a Kyler Murray article. Not sure how long this live will be today. Maybe an hour, maybe more. Make sure you rock with me tomorrow. Here we go. Hold on. Yeah, and like I said, since we're talking about the Kyler Murray era and we're in the new era, let's just see what some of these articles saying. Check out some video as well, practice as well. Hold up. And people are still heavy on the talk about McCarthy. Murray being named the QB1, etc. Let's see, here we go. Hold on. I just want to get a feel about how really the world is feeling, the NFL world is feeling about Kyler Murray right now. So let's see here. Who believes in him? Who doesn't? Now, of course, we're going to get into some Nine news off the rip. That's every day. Shout out Nine, lock in Nine, stay ready Nine. That's another thing. JJ McCarthy must stay prepared. Everyone knows Kyler Murray is injury prone. People love to say that. They love to talk about it. It's a fact. He is injury prone. So McCarthy must stay ready for his time. If Murray goes down, is JJ ready to step up? Second hand, let's get to it. Okay. So they say, yes, Kyler Murray can electrify the Minnesota Vikings. Electrify them how? And we're going to see for sure. Good morning. Football is back. Hope is in the air everywhere across America. That's the beauty of training camp. All 32 teams are in a splendid mood. And in Minnesota, spirits should absolutely be lifted with the news once and for all that Kyler Murray will be starting quarterback. What a compelling marriage. This QB that had coached these weapons, all on the heels of seeing Sam Darnold win a ring. Once again, this QB that had coached these weapons, that means nothing if you don't produce. That means nothing if you don't execute. And if your head coach is not good at play calling. So we can talk about Murray and talk about what KOC has done in the past, and we're talking about right now. I don't care what he's done with Kirk Cousins. I don't care what he did with Sam Darnold. What can he do with Murray, and what can Murray do with him? Everybody's acting like it's a guarantee once again that Murray's going to come in involved, that the Vikings are now an NFC North winning team, an NFC championship team with him. This is all yet to be proven. How can you crown a man who just got beat out by another man in Arizona? Jacoby Brissett took his job, took his spot, etc. And they're acting like he's the answer. He's no AI. He's not Iverson, right? Here we go. Per theater. This is exactly why we're all addicted to pro football. So through this summer, to see where this all goes, go long chatted with as many people as we could around both the quarterback, the Vikings, and those Arizona Cardinals. To subscribers, thank you for your patronage and reading. To those on the free list, it's a fine time to join our community, etc., etc. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, hold on. So let's get to this right here. O'Connell is on record saying that teams fail young quarterbacks more than young quarterbacks fail teams. That's funny he said that. How ironic he said that. Is he not failing McCarthy? That's a different topic, different live. Here we go. KOC is full of pure shit. But this has all the signs of being Trey Lance all over again. As much as Minnesota would love to keep developing a young QB, a mid-round pick may be enticing. To his credit, McCarthy took the news in stride publicly. So they're talking about McCarthy and, KOC telling he's not going to be the guy. And he's absolutely correct. The way McCarthy handled that situation, he handled it like a true G. I even made a whole video about it. Matter of fact, make sure you go check it out. But McCarthy handled it like a true G. He didn't complain. He didn't cry. He never has complained nor cried at the end of the day. Whatever the media may have been trying to push, what narrative picture they may try to paint, it's not real. McCarthy has always been a true winner, a true leader, never a powder, never a bitch, nothing like that. Even in bad situations, this situation right here where he's getting done dirty, he hasn't cried one time. Murray was crying about reps in 2 weeks in. He's crying about reps already, baby. The pressure. Murray has matured quite a bit since mom did his laundry early in his NFL career. He's seen it all in Arizona. He lived through the homework clause embarrassment. Through writing this all, I kept thinking back to an awesome point made by Harrison Smith during Super Bowl week for our piece on Darnold. He said, everyone acts like you're either the worst or you're the GOAT. all the dumbass shit that people just come up with. I think Sam is a good example of a guy that just goes to work and he doesn't make too big of a deal of anything. You see how Sam operates. That's definitely true. And shout out Hitman Smith once again. What will Hitman Smith do? I think he's done. Let me know in the chat. Do you think Harrison Smith is done playing ball? Darnold was always better than anyone thought, surviving Jets hell. But from New York to Carolina to QB rehab in San Francisco to Minnesota, as the rest of the world ripped him as a bust, all Darnold did was find ways to improve every day. It's not sexy. It's not on glamorized on NFL Network all off season. But like Smith said then, that's what makes the best of the best of the best. MJ Tiger Brady, this offseason marked Murray's first true bout with adversity. He knows what it feels like to be on his ass for once, Edmonds told us. Does he really? He was handed a job. What you mean? Does he really know what it feels like to be on his ass? Right? He was handed the job. He didn't really earn the job. So are you so sure, Edmonds? Here we go. That's very questionable right there. Here's thinking Murray's hyper competitiveness and abrasiveness is ideal for such a gut check moment. Not only is his reputation on the line, hell, he can early himself a ton of money with the career year. O'Connell will be looking to reassert himself as one of the greatest teachers of the position. Justin Jefferson, post McCarthy, will be eager to prove he's the NFL's best wide receiver. All parties involved should feel an overpowering sense of urgency into 2026. So it's a lot riding on Kyler Murray. It's funny how much support people are giving Kyler Murray, how much belief they have in him. They obviously think he's the answer, so he better be the answer. KOC better be the answer. It's no more excuses, and we can just slide into talk about KOC right now. There's no more excuses for him. If the Vikings are bad, you will blame everything, I repeat, everything on him. He has all the players he needs, all the weapons he needs. He has Kyler Murray, the guy he wanted, the guy he loves, the guy he brought in, that he was planning on replacing McCarthy with from jump. He has him. Everything has lined up for him. No more excuses for him or his teacher's pet, Kyler Murray. And nothing against Kyler Murray, no hate towards him. Again, hope he succeeds. But everyone must understand what was supposed to happen didn't happen. Just remember that. Let's get back to it. So now let's see here. See what y'all talking about in the chat, man. I could realistically see 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 15 INTs for Murray, along with 500 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. I think you're getting kind of carried away, Powerhouse. But if he does that, I will be the first one to applaud him. Do I see that from him? Hell no. That's great stats, great numbers. If he puts up those numbers, shit, sign him, re-sign him, extend him, whatever. Those are crazy stats right there. And it's funny how much you believe in Murray. And Powerhouse, tell me just why you believe in Murray so much. Expound on that. And what Daniel said, and no playoff wins. And that's a problem right there. What we got here, Daniel? Kirk Cousins all over again? Is it Kirk Cousins all over again? Because we go back to stats, padding stats, great stats, beautiful stats. Kirk had that on paper. Kirk's stats were beautiful. You would think he's a Super Bowl MVP and great QB, elite QB, and Hall of Fame, etc. He never won the big game. He's not a big game winner. Is that Kyler Murray in a nutshell? I don't care about no numbers at the end of the day, right? Regular season numbers, especially. What can you do when the game's on the line? What can you do in the big games, prime time? Kyler Murray has had what? One playoff performance. What did he do? Fell, got benched, matter of fact, that game. So who is Murray really, like I said in the thumbnail? Who is Murray as a competitor, as a leader, etc.? We don't know yet. We've seen nothing from him yet besides practice. Practice that he hasn't looked necessarily great in. Huh? So let's comment way down here. Once again, caught up in the name, no game. I repeat, the Kyler Murray name, no game, Jack, no cap. You say, Daniel, stop being a Kyler hater. Once again, it's for me, it's not about being a Kyler hater. I don't hate Kyler. How can I hate the man? I don't know the man. You know? What the hell am I hate Kyler for at the end of the day? It's about this hasn't been fair play. That's first off. And it's about I don't think Kyler Murray is who people think he is. If he is, congratulations. But if not, the season's over. Straight up. You say trash will always be trash, even if you change the name. Real talk, Daniel. No cap, brother. Here we go. Here we go, man. Crazy work, right? So who is Kyler Murray, dog? That's a big question. And see, when I see certain things like this, like McCarthy to the Jets, don't go to the Jets. If he is traded, I don't want to see him go to a team like the Jets or a sorry team. I want him to go somewhere where he really has a chance to win and compete and really show off his talents and where his talents will be cultivated. But the Jets, no, man. The Jets, why? Why the Jets, you know? Are they rebuilding? Does Eric Glenn make them better? Of course. Hope I said his name right. But hell yeah. But is it a team I would want to see him go right now? Nah. One second. Let's check this out. Interesting. Very interesting. One second. So your intelligence shines through, Daniel. We go. To them numbers sound about right, powerhouse. So Con Man believes in Murray. Let me know in the chat if you believe in Kyler Murray and why. I've said it since day one-ish. He will be the new Kirk Cousins 2.0. Good stats, wins, nothing. It is what it is. Powerhouse. Being delusional doesn't help. So Daniel thinks he is a Kirk Cousins all over again with just a little bit more speed and a better arm, maybe. We go. Batting the building. What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES. VIKES may have missed one. Mike Washington Jr., a faster version of Jordan Mason with breakaway speed. We had 3 third-round picks, but only one is likely to contribute in year one, which is Orange. I'm not sure about that. Not so sure about that, Bat. You hear me? You got Jacoby back there. Who else should get third round? Who else? Jacoby, Orange, and who? Was it Tiernan? Was Tiernan a third rounder? We go. Kyler gives us our best chance. I'm not going to guarantee he's going to be a star, but if he's motivated, he could put up the best stats of his career, which would make the Vikings dangerous. I agree. If he's motivated, if he's locked in, if he's the Murray who y'all think he is, not me. I don't think he's that Murray. I didn't see that Murray enough to even believe in that Murray. You know, y'all didn't see Murray enough to know who he really is. Right, Powerhouse? Let's be real here. Since we being real, no one really knows, especially no Vikings fan, know about Murray like that. How many Murray games have you watched, Powerhouse? And keep it 1,000, period. You know, Kyler Murray has played the Vikings 4 times. So people seen him in action 4 times. He may have caught some primetime games, but nothing consistent. No Vikings fan was persistent in watching Murray week in, week out. I mean, hell, different time zones anyway. So you didn't really see him like that. What did you go off of? Highlights, reports, ESPN. So let's not sit here and act like we know about Kyler Murray and his game. And if anything, what his game has shown us in his era, the Kyler Murray era per se, he hasn't been great so far. Training camp, he hasn't been great so far. Night practice, he looked atrocious, right? That's what most would say. So let's just wait and see how it pans out, see who he really is. And the big question, who is he, like I said earlier, as a leader, as a man, as a leader of men per se, as a field general? Can he put the team on his back? Can he win a big game? Those are the questions you want to ask. I don't care about no stats. I could give a damn about a stat. And 4,000 yards, but no playoff wins, fail. Period. Failure in all ways. How long have I been muted, bro? Says, I won a Super Bowl. Kyler won't get us one. I'm not the one who is okay anymore with mediocrity. I guess you are. Powerhouse shows us who you are. And you're coming in hot with it. Now, Powerhouse, are you cool with mediocrity? Is that the case? Are you cool with being mediocre and average? We must know right now, Powerhouse. Daniel seems to think and believe you are. Daniel, do you really think McCarthy could get us a Super Bowl? Cultivated correctly, hell yeah. Put into the right system, hell yeah. How do you know he can't, Powerhouse? You've seen 10 games, a 10-game sample. First off, Jack, no cap. You've seen 10 games from McCarthy. How do you know he can't? No, the problem is no one wanted to give him time to grow like they gave every other quarterback time to grow. KOC didn't cultivate his talents, didn't bring the best out of him. If anything, he brought him down. We will find out a lot very soon about KYLER. There's a reason they let him walk and paid him to do so. Big facts, Bat, big facts. Bat, I lived in Arizona and can honestly tell you it is a poor, piss-run organization. They never surrounded him with talent and defense. I gotta defer there. Powerhouse. Now, Murray had some good offenses along the way. Can't say that. Definitely had weapons. D. Hopkins. Who else? Hollywood Brown. Rondell Moore, rest in peace. Solid tight end, running backs, O-line. So he didn't just have trash teams. I mean, they made it to the playoffs for a reason that one year. So we're not going to act like Murray never had talent around him. We go. I want to get into this video right quick. Just see what, what's going on, what's being said out there.
Kevin O'Connell. Why did Kevin O'Connell make the decision he made at quarterback?
So let me start off with this. Kyler Murray is the best option to be the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. That is number one. And I think most of us.
And once again, a Kyler believer, analyst, media guy. How much does he know about Kyler? How much does he know about Murray? And I hope he's asked to expound on why he said that. Ask him, did he watch any games from McCarthy last year? How many Vikings games did he watch? And keep in mind, they're coming from a perspective never saying how J.J. McCarthy didn't get the right development, even yet, still to this day. I know it's the Kyler Murray era. I get that. Okay, boom. But he wants to come and make statements like this. He must be held accountable and have to explain it, period.
Have known this even though when I was there, everyone was like, it's a good competition. It's pretty even. It's a good It's like, I hear you, definitely hear you. But they signed Kyler Murray to be the starting quarterback. He was the top free agent quarterback on the market. They were the top team that he wanted. So they found each other. And like the finances are great. He's making, no money from the Vikings. The Cardinals are paying almost all of it. But he's been a legitimate starting quarterback. He's not old. He's coming off an injury, yes, but he's more than fully healthy. He's had plenty of time. It ran its course in Arizona, but not because he wasn't a good player. And so, it makes sense. Now, as far as why now.
So he said, ran his course in Arizona, not because he wasn't a good player. What was it for then? Maybe not only being a good player, but lacking leadership, wanting to play Call of Duty instead of play football. So it was a lot of factors that went into that allegedly. But even then, it could be some things that went on behind the scenes that we don't know about, right? Good.
Now, here are a couple factors I would say. One, if it becomes obvious and you should just make the decision and let him get all the reps. I think that will help. Two, you had media judging every practice. It was like Kyler versus JJ, some up, some down. But it's like Kyler's superpower is not practice. Like I've talked to people in Arizona who will say to me, like, just so you know, like he's not the greatest practice player of all time. When he gets in games, that's when it's magic. And so I think by Kevin O'Connell saying, you know what, we're done, it kind of takes the evaluation part off of it. And then I just think like you just want to move forward with a starter when you know. So those are sort of the factors that went into it.
Okay. And so
you didn't know. Once again, see, that's what I mean. Like, it's tough to just, for me, because, I understand really, we as Vikings fans understand what went down and what happened with McCarthy as far as being in the building. So for me, it's like, man, like, when you say certain things like the Vikings knew or KOC knew, he didn't know. That's the thing. Ian Rappaport, it wasn't a real competition. It wasn't enough time spent for him to know. You didn't see it enough from either quarterback for him to know. And when JJ McCarthy has his best day in training camp or his best night in training camp, he makes a decision abruptly. Out of nowhere, Murray's the guy, and that's it. So Ian Rappaport comes up here when he says erroneous things that are flat out lies. It's tough to just sit and accept it. Now, understand, I'm willing to say the Kyler Murray era. Wish him the best. Do I want to see him win? Hell yeah. Do I want to see 9 win? McCarthy win? Hell yeah. All I'm saying is we got to see who this man is as a quarterback, what his character is as a man, as a captain. He's done nothing yet. Hasn't won one game as the Vikings starting QB1. Let's get back to it.
And then there's the inexpensiveness of Kyler's contract and the amount of time that they have to actually see what's what, or there's nothing to do with that. This is truly a straight up evaluation. Contracts don't have anything to do with it. JJ McCarthy can handle it. Like, is any part of that in play?
Well, I don't believe that Kyler's contract had any part of it. Now, there is a question of like, if JJ beat him out, like how happy would he be as a backup? Like that's a question. We're never going to know the answer, hopefully. But that would be a question.
And you can tell he's a Murray fan. He's probably one of the ones who wanted Murray to win. Look what he just said. Oh, if McCarthy beat him out, how would Kyler handle it? Hopefully we don't have to see that. Hopefully. So he's a Kyler Murray fan, maybe a McCarthy hater even. Right? Who got in the building? DJ 235 in the building. What up, brother? SKOL VIKES. So we go. What he said? This guy's a Vikings hater. Don't let this no talk fool you. Minnesota is in the best situation ever. We got players on all 3 levels. First of all, why would I be a Vikings hater, DJ 235? First of all, if you're talking to me. Understand me? Secondly, don't let this no talk. What no talk? What no talk? What do you mean by no talk? Are you a Kyler Murray nut rider? Probably. Are you a KOC nut rider? Probably. How do you know we're in the best position? Oh, yeah, we have on paper the roster. The roster definitely stacked. Talent all over the field. But how do you know we are in the best position with this head coach, especially since you feel so sure of your statement and your comment? Expound on why the Vikings are in the best position. Here we go. Since you know for a fact that we're in the best position, okay. Did you forget about coaching? Did you forget about how Murray has been performing in training camp? H-Town in the building, E-Town in the building. What up, brother? SKOL VIKES. Here we go. Says he didn't put that work in Arizona. A lot of people say that, H-Town, you know what I mean? A lot of people say he wasn't liked in Arizona, didn't put the work in, wasn't focused, locked in Arizona, all type shit around there. You know it, I know it. So that's why I say a lot of questions about Kyler Murray. I'm willing to sit here and say it's the Kyler Murray era, it's his time, will he shine, this and that. Wish him the best, all that. But you're not just going to say false statements and get away with it. No. But if you say the Vikings are in the best situation with Kyler Murray as the quarterback, you must expound why and explain it. See, some people just say stuff and don't have to explain it heavy. You know, that's why they feel comfortable saying or typing certain things, no cap. But if you make them explain it, 9 times out of 10, they can't. Here we go. But Ian Rappaport definitely is a Kyler Murray glazer, which I'll say glazing, a nut rider. He wanted to see Murray win the job. I guarantee it. Just by the way he's talking, things he's saying. Just by him saying the Vikings knew or KOC knew who was the man for the job, who should have been the guy. No, they didn't know at all, Ian Rappaport. You don't know at all, Mr. Media Man, media guy, etc. The battle just started to begin, and he called it. Let's stop it. Boy, bye. KO's offense often collapsed in big games. Yep. In the 13-win season, we had back-to-back blowout losses to Dallas, yep, and Green Bay. 2 great teams that year as well. The Green Bay game was so frustrating that JJ damn near hit the ref with his helmet. Big facts, no cap, that. 2 great teams that year, 2 playoff teams that year, matter of fact. KO put up with Kirk Cousins because he knew he could keep the games close, not blow out and destroy teams. And Kirk was a do boy, yes boy, period. Understand me? Here we go. Kyler is the same. JJ at least has the crush your opponent mentality. Yeah. Like I've been telling y'all, told y'all a long time ago, I really believe KOC just couldn't handle JJ's competitive spirit, competitive edge, his spirit in general, his energy in general, right? So, man, that's just what it is, what it ain't. You know? Terrell in the building. What up, brother? I really feel like we could have went with either one. I've watched plenty of Murray. He'll be fine. We have a bigger issue. Great team, defensive guru, and Pop-Tart play caller. It starts with KOC, starts and ends with KOC. Matter of fact, Terrell, big facts, no cap. But it starts and ends with your head coach. I don't care how much talent you have. If your head coach is trash, piss poor, guess what? It don't matter. But luckily for KOC, he has Frank Smith in his ear. He has more help around him, per se. If he listens, if he gets out of his ego, he should be all right. It's been a lot of hype surrounding the run game, so hopefully they really putting the emphasis on running the ball more up the middle, out right side, left side, etc. It don't matter. Hopefully we see real physical murder ball at the end of the day. Let's get back to it.
Question, but I don't believe contract wise really matters, because I could make the argument both ways. I could say, well, yeah, Kyler's cheap now, and then if he's good, you could re-up him after the year, pay him like a real franchise guy, and then he's your quarterback for the next 5 years. Okay. But then if JJ McCarthy had come out and win it outright, you're like, cool. Like, I got a quarterback on a rookie contract. He's also not making a lot of money. I could re-up him after the season and move forward. So I could make the same contract argument on both sides. I just think, you know, most of us probably knew from the beginning that it was Kyler, and it sounds like he's.
See, once again, how did you know? No, we didn't know. No, we didn't know. Once again, certain stuff you just can't let be said, especially from these so-called football heads or Vikings heads, etc. No one knew, brother. No one knew Ian Rappaport, period. According to KOC, it was a real battle. According to KOC, it was no separation yet. And everything he said was a lie. I know you're not going to say nothing at all. Why? You're a KOC nut rider. You're probably one of his buddies, pals, all that. Of course, you're not going to hold him accountable at all. But we know what it is. True fans know what it is. And what happened? They knew nothing. That's the whole point of a QB competition. You don't know who's the man yet. And KOC didn't even let it reach preseason, one game, joint practices, etc. So a lot was left on the table. Will we find out? We're going to find out. But JJ McCarthy may be playing for a different team when we do find out. We go. I think that's pretty much for this guy talking.
Solidified that.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end.
You know, shout out Rich Eisen, you know, but some things are just so erroneous and just, oh man, blasphemy damn near. Now I want to get into some Vikings news, just a little recap of training camp this week, how practice went, etc. You know, the preseason game tomorrow, let me know if y'all watching. Who are you excited to see? Who are you excited to see? Let me know in the chat. Are you excited more about the defense, offense? Which rookies are you excited about as well? You understand me? See. Not sure if I will be going live for the game. If I do, maybe 2 quarters, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Got some stuff to do as well. So we're going to see if I go live or not. But if I do, come rock and roll with me and lock in with me for sure. Daniel said I'm assuming you mean offense. Daniel said he's excited about the offense. Me too, brother. Me too, for sure. No doubt. 1 second. Let's get it. Hold on. Definitely excited. Chill, brother. Chill. Definitely excited to see Caleb Banks, Jacoby Thomas, the freshmen, some second-year players, third-year players, etc. Ty Felton, will he step up? Will he show out? Ivan Pace Jr. fighting for a spot. JJ McCarthy, of course, no questions. We already know what that's about. The defense, of course, understand me. A lot to watch for the O-line, the run game. I mean, the run game. How different is the run game? Right? How much more physical is the run game this year? So a lot to see, a lot to look at. Trenches on both sides of the ball, special teams, receiving core, running back room. Damon Claiborne, excited. Gavin Bartholomew, second-year player. He's been making some noise at the tight end position. So a few guys I'm really ready to see play. I mean, no doubt. Our offense will need to be saved most games by Flores. Hopefully not, Daniel. Hopefully that situation is done with. Hopefully that story is over with. You know, that phase has been here too long. Brian Flores, the defense carrying this offense week in, week out? When does the offense carry the defense, right? Like I've been saying, KOC needs to give us 25 points or more a game. Anything less is uncivilized, straight up. You hear? So that's the question, Daniel. When will the offense be consistent? And not only that, but put teams away, put their foot on teams' necks, etc. He say, I'm looking forward to see our rookie running back. I dig it. Demond Claiborne. Me too, Terrell. Me too, brother. No, big facts. So not too much from also Darasol speaks. Hold up. See what Darasol talking about. One second. Like I said, this probably be a shorter live tonight. Just check me out tomorrow. If I do go live tomorrow, check me out. Rock and roll with me. Lock in with me. 1 second here. So,
you have to win a playoff game.
And Darasol, it's just good to see him finally healthy. Him really finally being back in the groove and in the mix. But like I say, if Darasol is healthy 100%, man, the best in the game. Potentially the best in the game when he's healthy. Of course, then is, can he stay healthy? That's it.
Extremely motivated. At the end of the day, that's what we want to be playing for. But we know that week by week we got to handle our business, and then we'll figure out when time comes for that. When time comes.
How you feeling? I mean, we're now almost 2 years removed from what took place October of 24. You feel like you're back to 100%?
Absolutely. Feel like myself.
When did you know that you felt like yourself? Was it recently, or was it going back a while?
Probably this off season, and then coming out here for OTAs, and really now training camp, going against our defense and putting the pads on, and really just feeling good.
Like I said earlier for Saturday, KOC told us the expectation is everybody's playing.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited. Our first opportunity as a team to go out here and compete.
So KOC said everybody is playing. Now, hey, I ain't gonna cap. I'm very excited about that. You telling me everybody is playing? Let's see if KOC keeps his word per se. But if everybody's playing, man, I'm even more excited for the game, no doubt. So you get to see Murray, Jettis, Addison, and it's probably good for the team. Now, don't get carried away. You play them for a series, maybe two, but don't get carried away, KOC, once again. But you see KOC is learning. Last year, McCarthy could have benefited on playing more in the preseason, pretty much the whole preseason, especially the way he was ignored, unprepared. The preseason would have benefited him definitely. So KYLER Murray should play. The O-line should play. Like I say, a series or two at the max 3. Now you go more than then, or you start going full quarters and shit. Then you're risking injury. I understand injuries are part of the game. You can't be scared, but don't take chances if you don't have to. The starters will adapt. So give them 2 series, 3 series max, and you should be good. And now, as far as Murray goes, hell, play Murray a full quarter, a full 2 quarters even. Will they do it? Probably not. But I'm excited to see I'm excited to get to see the starters play, no doubt. KOC has had talented teams and has failed. It bothers me that in 2024, we had Green Bay down by 4 scores and then 3, and KO's offense could not put them away. Same with San Fran in 2024. We should have blown them out. You're correct, Bat. You're correct, brother. No cap. When you're right, you're right. You're wrong, you're wrong. Definitely should have blown them out. Both of those games, KOC can just never blow a team out, though. He can never blow a team out, put them away, etc. That's a problem. You're an NFL head coach. Why can you never keep your foot on the gas and break teams and take their will and take their soul? Is it not in him?
Get somebody else, it'll be fun.
What are the challenges in blocking for Kyler? Now that Kyler's just starting quarterback, and obviously the way he moves, does that impact you as a left tackle?
No, we just got to do our job, however long he needs us. We know he's going to make plays.
Like I said, are you to show us this sort of van for money?
Extremely. We just decided just to come out here as a team and compete, and that's just the fun thing about it. It's the guys that we have in this locker room. It's going to be extremely exciting.
What will stick out to you?
Everything.
I mean, just the way you guys are moving. I mean, that was one thing Theo Jackson told me the other day. Just getting you guys out in space and moving. That's what's unique about it.
Everything, yeah. And that's what I'm going to say on that.
A lot of talent out here, a lot of talent, both sides of the ball, physical, competitive. It's been fun, honestly. It's been fun for me, not being on this team for camp last year, just seeing kind of how camps ran, seeing the fan and the fan engagement has been really fun too. So,
And can you believe it's really people out there saying, oh, now McCarthy has to compete with Wentz? What? He has to battle for the 2 spot with Wentz? Stop it, man. Stop it. Boy, bye. Are you kidding me here? For real? We go. McCarthy finished season strong, but stat-wise, he was same guy as in college. What do you mean? Expound. He won a national championship in college, H-Town, And once again, let's compare the latter half of the season, then talk about stats and numbers and wins, etc. Let's take everything into consideration when we're really breaking down his season and the season he had. Just make sure you take everything into consideration, no doubt. We beat a super garbage Dallas defense. Well, they were still playoff contenders. They still had a chance for the playoffs. Hold on one second. He said, that's why I don't get Terrell. When KO changed the offense, we stomped Washington and eliminated Dallas. I don't see this as a QB problem, but a coach problem. KO refuses to change his ways. And there you go, Bat. You hit it on the head with a hammer. Where the sirens at around this bitch? KOC is the main culprit. It starts and ends with KOC this year. The success of the Vikings will be determined by KOC, period. You know it. I know it. Here we go. Certain things you just can't deny at all. Holding in the building. What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES. Here we go. Let's get it. You going live for preseason game, EJ? Not sure yet. Holden, haven't decided. If I do, make sure you lock in with me, man. I'll know more a little later. But not sure yet, brother. But you'll definitely know. I'm gonna say that. So make sure you hit that bell. Make sure your notifications are on. And if I do go live, come rock and roll with me, man. You know how I get during the games. You know how I turn it up, and we're gonna turn it up. Understand me? Heavy. Rock and roll with me for sure, man. KO doesn't get physically running teams into the ground with the running game and run clock while breaking their will. You have to break their will. You have to be able to break their will, right, Bat? Come on now. Look at the Seahawks, etc. You still playoffs, you got to run the ball. You got to be able to break a team, lean on the team, etc. We'll see if that changes this year. Say, okay, I want a race between JJM and KYLER because JJM is sneaky fast. he is very fast, Daniel. Matter of fact, you seen the footage. Chase Daniel showed you the footage. JJ McCarthy can run that ball. He can tote that tater, and he got faster this year as well. Michael in the building. What up, brother? SKOL VIKES. Here we go. It will be the worst era in Vikings history. Wow. Kyler's a runt who can't pass and refuses to run. He's good at video games, though. Michael Lindsay coming in hot. How long have we been talking about this? Oh, man, here we go. Wow, man. And that's the thing, right, Michael? Because people, once again, just presume just because Murray is in the building off of his name, the Vikings are going to win a Super Bowl or something like that. He will carry the Vikings to the promised land. Not taking one snap in a real game. And Corsten for the chat, Corsten for my big dogs, my livid dogs, etc. What if Kyler Murray goes out there and performs horribly? What does KOC say then? What does the media say then? Is he still QB1 then? Or so let's say this. What if Kyler Murray is horrible and JJ McCarthy is great? Spectacular. What does KOC do then? Is there pressure on him to reopen the quarterback competition? Or will his ego keep him from doing that? If I got to answer, I would say he won't do it. I don't care if Murray performed horrible joint practice and the rest of the preseason. He won't do it. Why? His name is on it. He wanted Murray. Murray is his pet per se, real teacher's pet. He brought him in, so he wants to see him win. That's why he made the decision as early as he did. But I asked you in the chat, let me know in the chat, if Kyler Murray plays horrible tomorrow and joint practice, etc., and McCarthy performs very well, will that force KOC to reopen this QB1 situation? And if it does, will he do it? Or will his ego stop him from doing it? Let me know in the chat right away. Here we go, man. SKOL VIKES. Terrell say bench his ass. Oh, man. Here we go, man. Big facts, no cap, brother. Terrell say he ain't playing no games. It's over with. Forget it. Right. Crazy work. Man, let's get back to it. Here we go. Probably finna get up out of here after this video. So make sure you put your questions, comments, opinions in the chat. And once again, if Murray performs horrible tomorrow, will KOC reopen the QB1 position competition?
Excited for this team.
How much do things ramp up now on your front? I mean, it looked like yesterday you received a few more reps than previous practices.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. I do what I'm told, and I'm ready to roll whenever I'm called upon. So excited for these guys.
I mean, look at your role. I mean, is it goofy in that respect? I mean, you're probably not used to
It's
not
different.
receiving that
I mean,
many
I'm not
reps.
going to lie. It's different. It's been a different camp for me personally, but I'm as locked in as I can be. And whether it's 2 reps or 25 reps or, starting a game or standing on the sideline, I'll be ready. I'm confident in this team and really seeing Coach O'Connell now through the whole offseason and seeing his football philosophy and just really diving into the playbook. I'm excited for it.
How high is the excitement level for Kyler now that he's officially the #1 quarterback?
Yeah, I think everyone's excited. I think everyone's had a lot of respect for him. I've had a lot of respect for him from afar. I mean, just his playmaking ability and all the things over the years, competed against him many times. So excited to see kind of what he can do and continue to build his relationship with these guys and dive into this offense.
Listen, how would you describe your comfort in the system at this point compared to August 24th?
Yeah, a lot different. Is that the day I signed? Is that what it was? I was going to say, I don't know what day it was, but it was fast and furious. No, I mean, a lot different. It's still learning for me. Last year, I don't feel like I ever really.
And did you hear that? That just proved my point even further. Did you hear that? What he said? Let me run it back for y'all who may have not caught it, etc. Hold up 1 second.
Is that the
No, pay close attention to what he says.
day I signed? Is that what it was? I was going to say, I don't know what day it was, but it was fast and furious. No, I mean, a lot different. It's still learning for me. Last year, I don't feel like I ever really knew the whole playbook. Like, you learn for the game. And
Now, he just said it's still learning for him. Now, how many years has Carson Wentz been in the game, been in the league? A lot of years. Just leave it at that. So if it's still learning for him, how much learning do you think it still is for JJ McCarthy? A quarterback in really year 2 in the physical form. If a true vet just said he's still learning, how much more do you think McCarthy can learn? I got to go back to it. And people are good with getting a 10-game sample and saying, get rid of this man. People are good with your head coach not even allowing the competition to go through one preseason game, one joint practice, etc. What? Carson Wentz, a real veteran, certified veteran, said he's still learning. And people don't want to give McCarthy time to learn. You tell me, make it make sense right now. You know, somebody in the chat, make it make sense, especially you Murray Nut Riders, you McCarthy haters, period. I must know right now. What Carson Wentz just said shows you exactly what I've been saying whole time damn near. Exactly how KLC is so full of shit. Still learning 10 plus years in, whatever the case may be. McCarthy 3 years in mentally, 2 years physically, and they have the nerve to say he's not it, he's not good. What? Are you kidding me here? Take the what and leave the what. You hear me? Off a small sample size. 10 games, matter of fact. 10 games with a lot of factors you have to take into consideration as well. Bad coaching, horrible play calling, horrible trench play from the O-line banged up, injured, etc. You know? Corstons in the secondary, lack of talent in the secondary everywhere. But they never, since day one, they never wanted to give J.J. McCarthy credit. You know why? Because it has been the plan the whole time, even when he was drafted, starting to look like. You know? Especially after Crazy was fired, this was KOC's whole setup, his whole get up. Let's get to it. Carrot in the building, Carrot Con in the building. What up, brother? SKOL VIKES, man. Here we go. You think JJ will win a Super Bowl with the Chargers? He could. He could. He'll have to either wait his time out or beat out Herbert, or Herbert get traded, whatever. But he definitely could. You put him with Jim Harbaugh again, you give him a solid run game, and trust me, Jim Harbaugh understands system. Not just with McCarthy, but every quarterback he's had. Michigan, who else? Baltimore, Niners, etc. And not just with J.J. McCarthy in Michigan either. He developed, produced other good players in Michigan, good quarterbacks in Michigan. He knows how to build a system. And you give McCarthy, you put McCarthy in the right system with the right weapons and a run game, and you protect him, hell yeah, he can win a Super Bowl, no doubt. And his talent is really cultivated. Oh yeah, for sure. He getting that for sure. Come on, man. SKOL VIKES. Here we go. The practice squad spot will be ready for KYLER. I dig it, Daniel. I dig it, man. That's a real course to know, though, right? What if Murray performs horrible tomorrow? What if McCarthy balls out? You never know. Will KLC be forced to reopen this battle, especially if the same thing happens in joint practice? Wow. Some interesting questions to ask. But knowing KLC, he's an ego-driven guy. You know, I thought he may have lost his ego a little bit, but no. When he pulled that move quickly and swiftly like he did, that showed me right there he's still caught up into his ego. He didn't want to give a chance for Murray to lose. That's it. How badly the Vikings effing up picking KLC over Harbaugh. KYLER in AZ wasn't great. Exactly, E-H-Town. That's the whole point of it, brother. It wasn't great at all. It was not great at all. But for some reason, they think he's just going to come to Minnesota and be great. I guess KOC going to make him great. KOC ain't even been great. Right? He hasn't been great. He's been good, okay at times. Not great.
Kind of deleted it for the next week. It's kind of just how the nature of this business is. But now I have a full grasp of the concepts and the entirety of the playbook. I feel way more comfortable in understanding Coach O'Connell's mind too, and just how he sees the game and attacks it. So those 5 games I got to start last year also helped a ton with that. Just kind of seeing how he is week to week, week in, week out, and building a game plan. So I feel in a much better place than last year for sure.
And then what's been the process this year of incorporating some new layers while also building on what's done last year? It's like from a quarterback's perspective.
Yeah.
What's that process?
Yeah, it's been good. You know, again, I don't know what it fully looked like building the offense last year, going into it, but you know, I think that the run game has a strong presence this year and is looking a little different. I think because of that, it opens up some different things in the passing game from play action standpoint, movements, all that stuff. How that all gets executed, called, all that stuff. You know, training camp and the spring is kind of throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks type of thing, and just kind of see what we're made of. And so we'll see how that all unfolds. You know, I think we have a really good grasp of a lot, but how can we, you know, hone in on what we need each single week? And so it's been good to kind of build off that and kind of see some new wrinkles and stuff, and we'll see kind of what sticks, quite frankly.
Very ridiculous and random, but when you're seeing Max Bredesen do all the things he's doing at his age, like, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I've been extremely impressed with him. You know, at the same time, it doesn't surprise me, just the time I've had just interacting with him, just even in the locker room. Like, he's a sharp guy. We're asking a lot of him just here in these practices, and both physically and executing his role, but just mentally. There's a lot of changing plays, he's moving all over. You guys see all that, and so he's handled everything extremely well, and I think we've all been very impressed with that. Look forward to seeing him do
And as far as
that on Sunday.
and as he should. I think some things people want to give Kyler Murray a cookie for in this era. He should handle things well. He's an 8-year vet, going on 9-year. This is nothing new to him. He should be able to handle the pressure. He should be able to show up in big moments. What do you mean? So Carson Wentz saying that should be what it is off the rip. Should be no questions about it, but it is questions about it. You know? Straight up, man. 1 second here, man. Hold up. I think it's one more I want to get into. Let me see. Today, Flow Gink. One second. Now, will Van Ginkel play tomorrow? Probably not.
Join us. Thanks for coming to see us. Andrew Van Ginkel, kind enough to join us. So one of the big early training camp stories, and this is big, was Hawkinson cut off his hair. It looks like, I mean, was it a trend that you considered? Were you tempted at all, or are you locked in?
I'm locked in for the foreseeable future. I was shocked when TJ did it. But,
were you? Yeah.
Yeah, all good things.
How far back does this go? When did you go to this look? Like when you were 12? I mean, how far back is this?
No, not that very early. I'd say freshman year of college. Just kind of got to college and just kind of let it grow and grow, and next thing you knew, I had long hair.
Well, it's part now. It's I feel like it's just a.
And Van Ginkel is a major factor this year. We talk about injuries. We talk about players who need to be available, players who need to be on the field. It's interesting. People talk about Darrisaw and who else, Cashman and other players, McCarthy, Murray, whatever, but they forget. Like, people seem to forget to mention Van Ginkel and how much Van Ginkel is injured. A great player? Hell yeah. But can he stay available, man? You hear me? But he is definitely an X factor if he's healthy. 29th ranked O-line, league leading receiver, drops in the first time, often injured QB, and the team finished 9-8 in the division with all winning records. Content below. Man, it's crazy work, right, Mickey? Shout out Mickey in the building. What up, my brother? SKOL VIKES. Here we go, man. So you say 29th ranked O-line, and that's not a problem. When you're talking about a first-year QB in the physical form, that's not a concerning issue. Like, come on now. Stop it. Come on now. Gotta be real here. Gotta be real here. Real here, man. If there is improvement on any of the above, the Vikings are playoff bound. So why change course? This is personal. Now expound on what improvement, Mick? What improvement, brother? Here we go. Improvement on what? You mean just what we've been talking about in the chat in general, or what? And I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. Just want to see what a key player has to say. But Van Ginkel, people don't talk about him a lot, but he is very important to this team. I think people know it, but they don't understand how him being hurt affects this team in a negative way. Here we go.
Part of your whole deal, almost, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of the, football guy in me.
Yeah.
The flow out of the helmet. And,
Right.
It's long. It's a lot to take care of, but, it's good to have it on the field.
You never worry about it getting pulled, or does it get pulled?
It does get pulled. And, I try to wet it down, try to do other things to
Right.
have it so the O-line just slips through it.
Yes,
yeah. But if I don't wet it down and it's dry, yeah, they'll get a hold of it.
You're a veteran guy. Are you 31 or 32? 31.
31.
31 years old. You've been through this stuff for a while. I'm always curious for veteran players how training camps evolve. In other words, do you learn as a veteran player how to get what you need out of training camp without killing yourself, I guess? Maybe it's easier now because there's not as much contact as there used to be. But what's the Van Ginkel approach to saying, here's how I get ready as a veteran guy, I know what I'm doing, here's how I use training camp?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it comes down to, for me personally, I'm trying to find that one or two things where I can improve. It's different techniques. We got a new coach, Ryan Nielsen, and just his things that he's teaching, I'm trying to imply that to my game, so I can take my game to the next level. And, we got a bunch of young guys. So, for me, I try to be that leader, try to mentor them and kind of lead them throughout the right way. And, just to show them what it's like to be a vet, what it's like to, just do your job at a high level.
Compare your season last year to the year before. Obviously, injury was maybe a big part of the story. Maybe that's part of the comparison. But give me the Van Ginkel sense of the last two seasons for you, where they were different, where they were the same.
Yeah. Last year I started off on the wrong foot. Obviously, we're dealing with injuries and, working my way back, building that confidence, that trust to go out there and play. And, once the season kept progressing, I felt like I was starting to get back into my form and be the player I am. And, that 24 season, everything was going right. The defense was balling out that year.
Yeah.
The offense was putting up points, which puts the defense in positions to.
You got Botox, didn't you? That's what my daughter just accused me of. My girlfriends think I paid $800 for a skin tightening treatment. The truth, no injections, no filters, just real living botanical.
Go get the quarterback and make plays. And when the ball's bouncing your way and.
One second. See here, Lamont said what? I know a concerning issue. I hope it doesn't happen in regular season. Better be happy he is on our team. Definitely, Lamont. Definitely, brother. Biggest thing for Van Ginkel, just like Derisaw, can he stay healthy? Can he stay available? That's it. I always hear Jetta say there isn't anyone that can cover me one-on-one, but Chuck D can. I just hope he hasn't lost a step this year. Now, and maybe Chuck D is just really that good, Lamont, And we don't know how exactly the coverage went. I know people said he was in Jetta's chest and, you know, strapping him up, this and that. But maybe Chuck D is just really that good, you know, to the extent he was locking him up. Allegedly, we don't, you don't know for sure. But maybe Chuck D is just a baller once again. If that's the case, he should be your cornerback one or a starting cornerback on this team this year. You know, now was he just clamping him up all practice? Don't know about that. But Chuck D is very talented. Could be the steal of the draft, you know? He could be that good, Lamont. You hear me, brother? And if he is, man, great for the Vikings, you know? O-line receiver drops in JJ growth. Any of those improve, and it should lead to one or two more wins at least. Yep. And we have a weaker schedule, so why not JJ? It's personal. Mickey, exactly. You know, KOC did what he wanted. Yep, he did what he wanted, man. Definitely. He did what he wanted. With that being said, man, finna get up out of here. Once again, shout out to all my big dogs, my Levy dogs, my subscribers and supporters. We'll finish up that Van Ginkel later. Once again, man, make sure if I go live tomorrow, I may go live for the game or after. If I do, make sure you rock and roll with me and lock in with me for sure. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell as well. Share this with any and everybody you know. Takes less than 1 second. Support the grind. Support the channel. You know, man. Big SKOL here, SKOL Vikes. Win, lose, or draw, but we come to win. Down at the levee, we going fishing at the levee. SKOL Vikes. We run the north. Believe that. Here we come.